I'm going to set it up with the cool mist because that's how I plan on running it. So I don't want temperature to affect my changes. And I'm going to run the RPM up probably full speed on where it's at now, about 700, a little over 700. We'll see what it does. Calling for a tool change, but I want to take a peek and see if that is oh yeah, that's that looks like it's 480. Really close. So I've got a burr in here, but I think as soon as it hits the calls for a tool change. Okay, so let's yeah, let's go edit the code without moving it. Let me shut that off. Okay, so I need a tool change, but you see how close the tool is here. There's no way I can put the boring bar on. Okay, I have the offsets set in Mach 3 for the other one. So let's edit this. This is right here at the T0202, and it comes up and it says press cycle start after tool change. Okay, so we're going to go into edit, and right here above this, I want to tell it to move to a different location than just that. You know, it ends at 1.2, which is still in the center. Okay, and I want to pull it back to, let's say, 4 and 4. So I'm going to go G0. It doesn't matter so much since I'm going to run it at an angle. I could put X first, Z first, doesn't matter. If I was going in an L, if I'm inside a bore, I obviously don't want to change my X first. I would want to pull my Z out first. So let's X3, Z4. That ought to be fine. Okay, now when we back out of this, it saves, and it regenerates the toolpath. So you can see here that there's our new, once it ends, instead of stopping here, I got a new line where it comes out to here. Then after I change tools and I hit start again, it's going to go in on the X and over to here. Now I could get this point right here and tell it to go back at an angle, but for right now I'm not going to worry about it. So let's go back to let's do the tool change. Actually, I think we'll cycle. Yeah, somebody know how to use this from here? I haven't been able to figure it out yet. Because then I could go back. I could do the from here and start instead of having to go through the front, the whole first half of the program. But I'm not too worried about the first half of the program because it doesn't take that long. Okay, so let's go back here. We'll turn it on and everything like that, and I'm going to tell it to start the program over again. But it's set ready for a tool change, so let's put the boring bar on and see what it does. well, you can see that lip there. I don't like that. Not quite sure what's going on with that unless my all of the only offset I've changed so far, or in the tool table, I've had to readjust the setting between tool 1 and tool 2 on the X. I have not done anything yet with the Z. So apparently I'm going to have to check that and tell it to change up the Z a little bit. So since it cut in further, it thinks the offset is smaller than it was, and it moved the whole thing further. So I need to go in and tell it that it's longer right now, so that way it won't go in as far. So we'll go change that here real quick. But the blend on the X, pretty darn nice. We'll have to pull it out and see how it fits on the spindle. But let's go change the tool while we're thinking about it. Oh, and notice too, the program stopped here. So the same thing I did for the tool change, I backed it out to 3 and 4. We'll also go in and add that to the code too, so that when this stops, it's backed out. So I'm going to just jog it out for now, because that way once it's out now I can shut this stuff off. I wish I had screen capture. It would just had it done more time to this for me right now. So let's so here's our G034. Let's copy that, and down here at the end before the M5, let's add it. Okay, so we've pasted it in there, and that'll move it out there. So that ought to do it for the program. I need to get an idea. I don't know if I can. That's a pretty small lip. I'm not sure if I can get a good measurement on that lip there. It looks like it's just a hair over 10 thou. So 10 thou would get me pretty close. So let's start with that. And you can do this, you can do a feed hold and do the tool adjust right in the middle. So if I knew that was off originally, I could have adjusted it while I was at it. So tool 2, Z offset, 0.6973. So I told it I need it to be longer. So 0.6973 plus 10 thou is 7073. So we'll start with that. 0.7073. Okay. So we just back up a page here. And I won't know until I run the next part whether or not that tool offset did the trick. Because basically, since I cut less than I should have, than I wanted, I'll just be cutting air the whole time. Well, here's the part we just did. Okay. So, a couple little marks here, but I'm planning on doing all the polishing and that stuff after the fact, I think. Would be nice to do it while I was doing this, but I can do it on the big lathe and do the polishing and while I'm running another part. So, okay, so our bearing fits on. Now, this one's a little loose, that's why it's a test part. But nice. All right, we'll do another one because I want to make sure we don't touch anywhere. So after I get the next one done and it matches more flush here, I'll put some Sharpie on here to die chem it basically, and we'll find out where it touches and rubs. Then that'll be good to go. So that's pretty exciting for a first We'll run through this one real time, see how it comes out. So, ouch. All right, we'll load our part. Change back to tool 1. Fire up the controller. Alright, something else I need to change here. See where we're sitting here? It still says tool 2 up here. I don't remember exactly what all these do, but I thought that reset it and took out all tool choices or whatever. It didn't. My green line is right down here, just really close to where it wants to be. But if you look at this, it says, okay, so let's see here. It says Z is 0.715. That's where it's going to, and it says it's at 0.89. You know, so we're 200 thou away. Okay, well, look at this. Obviously, there's a huge difference there. So it still thinks it is on tool 2. So before we go any further, let's jog that back away. Okay, now that's not a tool adjust. We want to, oh, stop program, okay. Program stopped, we want to go in and edit it. We want to put a tool change in here right from the start so that it reminds us to make sure we put in tool 0101. Okay. We'll back out. That should be the only change we need to make right now. Basically, I just put it in and opened it up with some 80 grit. Tried not to cut into the curve here too much. I checked it, and it's basically the was just the whole diameter there that needed to be opened up. Okay, nice. Look at that. Oh, couldn't ask for a better fit. I seriously doubt all the finished products are going to have quite that fit. That's not exactly the fit I'm looking for. That would be perfect. I'm just not sure how attainable it is consistently on this equipment. But one thing I did want to check too here was find out whether or not, alright, I'm 2 thou down shy of my 480 mark. Okay, so without changing anything else, I could go in and just change the DRO, since the way I checked it wasn't extremely accurate. Now I know that with those cut loads and everything, I'm going to come up 2 thousandths shy. So basically I'll just add 2 thousandths to the DRO, and that will give me the offset needed without affecting the difference between the tools. So there we go. Wow. Oh, let's go check something here. Oh, and see I had Sharpie down here. It's a dry eraser. It comes off the stuff easier than Sharpie. but I put that on originally because I wanted to see where it was. Oh. Well, I rubbed it right off the center there. That's pretty impressive, but not down on my contact point. It may be that I'm just a little too tight. It didn't rub it in the arc, and that's what I wanted to make sure of. So let me grab another bearing. So this is the stock 32K BO2 bearing that goes on here. Okay, and that fit there, that's a beautiful fit. That's the fit I'm shooting for on here. So that one's a little loose. Would it work? Yeah, it would work. If I had to run it, I would, but you know, I got plenty of material, and this is a test piece, so we will not be using that one. Yeah, see, there's a lot less play in that one. Oh yeah, that's nice. So. That's cool. What time is it? 10:51. I think we're going to adjust that and cut it one more time, and then I can go upload the video. All right, I hit a little bit. Let's see if we get lucky. Oh. Yes. Okay. So I still want to polish this surface up a little bit. I'm really not too worried about the rest of it. I'll hit it, but you know, I might have to tweak these a little bit and leave a little bit more meat so that when I do hit them with the emery cloth at the end, they I can shine them up without making them too small. So, man, perfect. That's exactly what I want. Well, it's not perfect yet, but it's 95%.